Hello, my name is Chen Ningzhan, and in this video I'm discussing my approach to developing and improving the performance of my regressor for the M3 practice hackthon. I will also cover the steps I took to assess and improve the fit of our model. So the first question goes to what did you do to improve the performance of our regressor? So to improve the performance of regressor, I started by selecting a basic model, which was a mentioned model like linear regression random forest. Initially, I noticed that the performance wasn't good as I expected, so I took a few steps to improve it. So for the feature engineering, I analyzed the feature and decided to apply encoding techniques to categorical features like sex, smoker, and the region, using one hot encoding to ensure the model could interpret them as numerical inputs. Additionally, I applied scaling to features like BMI since they have a wide range, and the scaling helps the model to learn effectively. So the model selection, the high parameter turning. After testing the initial model, I realized that it could benefit from hyperparameter tuning. I used techniques like grid search and randomized search to find the optimal hyperparameter that would give me the best performance. For example, I fine-tuned parameters like the number of trees in random forest and learn rate in gradient boosting to improve accuracy and reduce overfitting. So for the regularization, so I also use regularization method like ridge or lasso regression to prevent overfitting and ensure that the model generalized well to unseen data. And then the cross validation. And what did you do to assess and improve your regressor? So I plotted learning curves to track the performance of the model as it was trained on increasing amounts of data. This helped me understand if the model was underfitting or overfitting, and if it could benefit from more training data. In residue analysis, I also examined the residues. By doing this, I could detect if there were any patterns in errors, indicating issues like non-linearity or heteroscedasticity, and the error matrix. To validate the overall performance, I used the mean squared error as my primary metric. I monitored the MSE during training and on the validation set to make sure the model was improving and not overfitting. And for the feature importance, for a model like random forest, I looked at the feature importance to understand which feature were contributing to the most to predictors. This gives the insights into which feature I might want to further engineer. So in summarize, I improved my regressor by selecting the right model, performing feature engineering, tuning hyperparameters, and using techniques like cross-validation and regularization to assess and improve the fit. I use learning curves, residues analysis, and the error matrix to make sure the model generalizes well and avoid overfitting. These steps help me achieve the better performing model for this competition. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, feel free to ask.